I've seen the future.
Hey everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid and welcome to this week's Oracle card guidance and lesson for December the 11th week. And I have gone back to my most favorite, well, it's not my most favorite, but they are all my favorites. They're my babies, all my Oracle cards. But this is the first deck that I ever created, and it's called Wisdom of Avalon, the Wisdom of Avalon. And so I thought, ooh, I feel like these cards are the ones that want to speak to us this week. So remember that my cards are more prescriptive than they are predictive, because what we see is a snapshot of the story in motion that affects everybody. And uncannily, it affects people who watch this. So I kind of find it odd that whoever watches it starts to realize like, oh wow, if I pull my cards and add it to Colette's cards, I've got a story that makes a lot of sense. So what this is kind of like the weather report for you guys. And then if you go to my website, ColetteBaronReid.com, and you can pull 3 of your own cards for the week yourself and say like, what can I expect to experience this week, and or for my highest good, and you pick 3 cards and then you write them down and you come back a week later and see how it all panned out. It's pretty amazing. So I'd really love to hear from you. I love it when you guys write in and tell me your stories. Okay, so the first card is an interesting card. The anchor card for the week is about sovereignty, and the card is called the King. Now, the King represents authority. So it is about self-authority. Like, do you know who you are? Or are you so flexible? I remember somebody said, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, right? So what do you stand for? And this is what you have to be asking yourself this week. Like, it's December the 11th. What do I really believe in about me, about myself, about my work, about my family, about my love, about my worthiness, my being in the world, my offerings, my service? Like, do you really know yourself? And if so, can you stand in your own truth? That's what that's about. Okay, so this is, how long does it mean? Okay, the next card is all about that card because that was the anchor for the whole week, right? And this one is about independence and healthy boundaries. So here's the cat. So what I love about these 2 cards together, the cat always represents having independence or already being independent. Cats don't conform. If you ever know about cats, like if you're a cat person, I happen to love cats. I'm allergic to them, but I love them so much. I wish I could have 10, but I digress. So, my friends who have cats, like cats are like the boss, right? The people are, they're servants, right? So, and cats are independent. They don't care. They never conform. They decide whether you're gonna do what you want or play with the ball and whole 9 yards, right? They are in charge. They have 9 lives. So what this is about is that you don't ask for permission to be yourself. You just are. And so this is really about setting a healthy boundary about what you're willing to expose yourself to. Who are you willing to hang around with? Are you in your truth? And if you're not, well, the cat energy will automatically kind of give you that power, that energy to be able to say, you know what, I'm going over here, finding your own tribe, or even, being on your own for a little bit this week, who knows? The dragon is the next card, which is all about strength and power. So there really is something here about nonconformity and sticking to your own guns and being in your own lane and being your own sovereign person who is true to yourself. And if you're true to yourself, you're true to spirit. All right, that's the other thing. So, and always remember, do no harm. So it's always for the highest good. This is what we're looking at here. And I think what this is talking about is the power of the integrated self as well. So you're not running around self-will run riot. This is a different type of authority. This is the kind where you're comfortable in your skin, independent, you have independent thought, you're intelligent, you make good decisions, and you don't just fall for anything that's thrown at you. Now, the dragon card is about that you do have the co-creative power within you. You have that fire. You have that inspired capacity to be in service to the divine. Spirit works through us. I always say, thy will be done through me. When I connect with God, I say, I am in your service. It's never give me what I want. It's if thy will be done, this or something better now manifests for me in divine appropriate timing. Thy will be done through me. So so you see what I'm saying? So this is really key this week as well too, to remember the sovereignty of the divine that works through us to integrate mind, body, and spirit. Now, This is a very interesting week. So the last card is the Lady of the Lake, and that's all about absolute truth, courage, self-respect, responsibility, and integrity. So that's a really interesting week. I wonder what we're all going to be looking at this week in terms of, world events possibly, or really just getting ready for the holidays, I guess. This one is, again, the king starts, the Lady of the Lake ends at, and it's again all about integrity, absolute truth, staying in your power, and living. I guess this is really, the Lady of the Lake for me is always about walking my talk. So how can we take the risk to walk your talk, even if you're not going to please everybody? That's a hard one for some people. It was for me a long time ago. It was like I used to care so much about what people thought of me. Now it's like, as long as I am true and integrous and no BS, not everybody's gonna like us, right? Okay, here is now Postcards from Spirit. For those of you who don't know this is a great new deck that I have created. I'm gonna show you the box. We never did it. We're gonna do a box opening. See this? Fabulous, fabulous. It's so different. It's very, very different. It's not a typical Oracle deck, and I love it because every time I read them, I don't even know who wrote them. I did kind of go into a trance and channel these things, but okay. Imagine all your loved ones, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, God, the dude, whoever it is that you wanna connect with and you believe loves you, that's in the invisible, they wrote you a postcard with 2 cents from heaven on it as a stamp. And here's what they said for all of us. We got a big crowd over there. Dear you and me. There are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall down, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Ooh, kind of goes with those other 4. Even if it may feel like you are in free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. All the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for a new experience, no matter what you're asking about. It's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so whatever. Obviously, this is talking about having the courage and taking the risk to be ourselves. And I think that's really the summary of the 5 cards altogether, is how willing are we to be truly in alignment with what we believe is right, with what we believe is true, with what we believe is honest and integrous and clean and high vibe, and sometimes we have to illuminate the shadows, and that's also, well, obviously we have to do that. And what do we believe about that? And I think this is a week for us to actually do some self-examination about those things and take the risk and be yourself, even if not everybody's gonna like that self that you put out there. Because, right, that person that said to me, if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. But that's not us, no. All right, see you next week. And if you like this video, share it with your friends. And don't forget to leave a comment because I love to read them. And subscribe to my channel.
I've seen the future. It's beautiful.